If I could ask people to gather around, I'm the person that doesn't like to punish people who are on time. So when you're on time, we're going to get started.
We have seats if anybody would like to have a seat.
And feel free to move a little bit so you're out of the sun. That looks a little warm. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm Dan Fouts, and it has been my honor to work with a great team called the Roundtown Trails Committee to arrive at this very, very, very special day. And I say that with goosebumps. How many of you know what you were doing 6 years ago? 6 years ago, over and over in my mind, was a statement my good friend and mentor, Ralph Starkey, had made to me as we walked the track in the YMCA 3 mornings a week before our exercise class. Ralph's vision and tenacity had allowed the development of the Mary Virginia Kreitz-Hannon Park. And he kept saying to me, and I quote, "Dan, we've got to build a trail from downtown to get kids to the park." Unfortunately, Ralph suffered a fatal fall in January of 2010, but his idea never died. He had already mentioned that concept to then Circleville City School Superintendent Kirk McMahon and Dr. Mark Smith, president of Ohio Christian University, and they both thought the idea was excellent. When I contacted them in early fall 2010, they were both eager to help and suggested we call a meeting to name other stakeholders who should be involved. So on October 15th, 2010, I sent an email to several people which stated as follows. For some time, many of us have been discussing the need to connect Circleville and its parks. On a personal note, our late friend Ralph Starkey and I had many conversations about a path from downtown to Mary Virginia Kreitz-Hannon Park. With the new construction in the planning stages for the Circleville schools, the time for beginning the planning of a path was just perfect. I called an initial meeting to do some brainstorming about stakeholders, possible connectors, and funding sources. And so we met on November 2nd, 2010. We've had many disappointments, delays, frustrations, and setbacks, but through it all, we stayed the course. Some members of the initial team have moved on to new locations and positions, but the enthusiasm and commitment never wavered. The team has been persistent, visionary, dedicated, and relentless. I want you to meet the current team and would ask each one to step forward, raise your hand as I call their names in no uncertain order. Anthony Neff, I haven't seen Anthony. Craig Stevenson. Jason Harrell, I know Jason's here. Mike Hess. Don McElroy just had to leave to take care of a city issue. Don Sherman. Jeff Phillips. Jonathan Davis. In the back. Lisa Sims. Mike Fracassa. Pete Hardinger. Richard Gerhardt. Rob Carroll. Ryan Scribner. Tom Davis, and Carissa Kirkwood. And I'm hopeful that I didn't miss anyone who's on the current team. If I've missed anyone, or if you were a part of the original committee and had to move on because of other duties, please step forward. Well, what I would like to say to all of those on the committee is thank you. Thank you. Those words are very well meant. We have had wonderful cooperation from the City of Circleville, the Pickaway County YMCA, the Pickaway County Commissioners, the Engineer's Office, Circleville City Schools, and Ohio Christian University. We applied for many grants and were initially turned down. But we applied again, and again, and again. And here's what transpired. We received grants totaling $497,000 from 3 sources: ODOT, the Clean Ohio Recreational Trails Fund, and the State of Ohio Capital Improvements Fund. With some of those grants, a 20% local match was required, and contributions from the following helped us raise over $90,000. Ohio Christian University, Pickaway County Commissioners, Sunrise Rotary, Pickaway County Family YMCA, Circleville City Schools, the City of Circleville, Burger Health Foundation, Washington Township Trustees, Circleville Township Trustees, the Circleville High School Alumni Association, the Soldiers Monumental Association, Pickaway County Park Board, and American Legion Post 34. If any of you are here representing those, please raise your hand, and I'd love an applause for all of them. Thank you all for your generosity. We would not be standing here today without your donations. Throughout this process, we have had a tremendous effort from several key people that I have to mention. Craig Stevenson and Jason Harrell for designing and drafting many, and I should pluralize that, many renditions of the trail. Anthony Neff from the Pickaway County Engineer's Office, who is coordinating the entire project. Ryan Scribner, whose expertise in economic development kept us on the right track. And Tom Davis, whose background with ODNR enabled him to know who to contact and how to get the answers we needed. There is so much more that has happened during these past 6 years. Richard Gerhardt, and I don't think I see him, had the vision to build a bridge and a short path to connect Northwood Park to the trail along the Clifton property on Route 188. And he made that project happen in 2014. That trail has now been extended closer to Mary Virginia Kreitz Hannon Park by the new Wingate project. Our trail has been redesigned several times before being finalized as a 1.48 mile, 10-foot wide paved bicycle and walking running path, beginning just behind us here where you see the stakes at the back of the YMCA, with a small bridge crossing the McHenry ditch, and Jim Edmond, thank you for the spelling on that, skirting the large Circleville City Schools campus through an open field and along the woods, then culminating with a much larger bridge crossing Hargis Creek at the Ohio Christian University property line. It will provide wonderful opportunities for recreation and education, as well as a much-needed connector for students from Ohio Christian University to reach downtown without going out on the busy US Route 22. So exactly 2,128 days and 28 meetings since that initial meeting on November 2nd, 2010, we are today basking in the joy of all of those efforts. Circleville and Pickaway County is about to become a better place, and we are all blessed. I want to introduce, thank you, it's my joy to introduce Jeff Phillips, Executive Director of the Pickaway County Family YMCA, for his remarks. Jeff.
Thank you, everyone. Welcome to the Pickaway County Family YMCA. I'd like to thank the Roundtown Trails Committee, Pickaway Progress Partners, and officials and leaders from the city and county, Circleville City Schools, and Ohio Christian University. I'd also like to thank members of our YMCA Community Advisory Committee and our YMCA team for attending this special event. I had the honor of being part of that advisory committee when the YMCA took the steps to be part of this project, and it's been a lot of fun to watch. To me, the groundbreaking of the Roundtown Trail is just one small step in a dream to connect all of our local parks, towns, and villages with walking, running, and biking trails. It's also one giant leap for enhancing the quality of life in our community. Since 1978, the Pickaway County Family YMCA has served our community from this location. Becoming a trailhead for the Roundtown Trail enables the YMCA to expand our service to the community and strengthen our connection with Circleville City Schools and Ohio Christian University. The future is bright for Pickaway County and is also bright for the YMCA as it continues working on its mission of youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. I'd like to thank you all for being here.